Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for checking out this InDesign tutorial. I hope it's helpful. So before we begin, I recommend that you go into the resources folder in the graphics and design team drive and download all these fonts that exist here. And also go into your respective article folder in issue 38 and find your templates. So if it's not a folder that looks like this with two different file types two different folder types called document fonts and links and has two different files here, or if it's a zip, if it's not a zip file, just let me know and I will get that fixed. But it should be. So if it's a folder, just download the whole folder. If it's a zip file, download the zip file, and it will give you a packaged version instead of just the file, because if you have just the file, you'll have lots of things unlinked and it's just a mess. So now we're gonna go open InDesign. So if we want to open that file that we just downloaded, we just go to open, find that file, and we want to open the INDD file if you have the 2020 version. IDML is just for compatibility with older versions of InDesign, but you all should have the 2020 version. So open that. Okay, and then you should probably click Update Modified Links. Yeah, so this is the layout. You can zoom in by clicking Command or Control plus on your keyboard, or Command Control minus to zoom out. Let's look at it. Yeah, that's basically it. We are not going to do any editing on this right now, so I'm just going to show you the basic tools on InDesign by starting a new document. So you just go into File, New, Document. Here you can configure your document to be how you want it to be. So we want it to be like a normal size paper. So you can change the width and the height. So 8.5 by 11. We can change the number of pages. Let's just have 3 for now. And you can change the number of columns. This is just, it helps as like a visual guide to keep it at 6. So yeah, so let's click create. You can also preview it. Yeah, all right, so let's create, and let's check out our pages that we have. So you can click, oh yeah, you can look at it like that, or you can go into pages and you'll be able to see it here. Let's say we just want to do 1 2-page spread down here. If you want to get rid of the columns, just click W, you'll be able to see it previewed. Okay. But for now, let's figure out what we want to do. So we're going to maybe add a text box, or we're just going to add a header, like a big title. All right, so I clicked into the type tool, or you can click T, and then drag a text box and just type, Wendy is awesome. Yay! Okay, that's our title. Forgive me. Okay, so up here we can change the font. So I think we go with Old Sans Black for the title. You can change the font size. Cool, cool. You can change the font color down here. Down here, just double click this, and then you can drag around in the color picker. Nice. All right, so that's the title. You can also center it, yeah, that sort of stuff. Okay, so now let's say we want to add in a picture. So you can take the frame tool, the rectangle frame tool, or F on your keyboard. You drag out a frame. Let's say I want to add in a picture of a cat. So to add in a picture from your computer, you do Control D, and that lets you place in a picture. So let's add in a picture of a cat. So there's a cat. He's looking pretty cool. Oh, okay. If we click the direct selection tool and click on it, I can move him around. If I want to change the frame, I can click the use the selection tool and just click it once. If I click it twice, it shows me the actual image inside the frame, but if I want to edit the frame, just click it once. I can change the width of the frame. Yeah, you can change the size of the frame like this. If you want to rotate the cat, you can rotate the cat. If you want to change the size of the cat, you can change the size of the cat. Let's just undo that. All right, let's say we want to make the cat fit the frame better. So, So what you do is just click the frame, and then you can go into fitting and fill frame proportionally. Now your cat will fill the frame perfectly. Very nice. I want to show his ears, so we'll do this. Okay, great. Okay, so now we have our cat, and let's say we want to add in some text, so some body text. So we'll take the type tool, we will drag out a huge text box, and we can fill this with lorem ipsum. So just placeholder text, so fill placeholder text, and that will generate some random Latin. Okay. Now let's say we want to make some columns. So you can right click and then go into text frame options, and now you'll be able to change the number of columns. Cool. Let's say we want 3. No, I'll just keep it at 2. And here you can also change the size of the gutter. It'd be nice to, like keep it with the default file options. So we'll just keep it like that. Yep, you can also play around with this, but maybe don't do that. Okay, so you can click OK. Now we can drag it around. I'm just gonna make it look nice. Okay, great. So now we've got our columns. Now, if we want these, so you will notice that if I type here, this will naturally flow into the next column. Let's say we want it to flow onto the next page. We can link text boxes. So I want you to go back into your type tool and then make a new text box. All right. So I'm actually gonna fill this again because it's a little bit empty. So we're just gonna fill with placeholder text. Okay. So, right. So I'm just gonna make this smaller. So now we have overflowing text. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna make it flow into the next page? So you just you click this little red button here, and then you click the text box that you want it to flow into. So there we go. So now when I type in here, it will flow into, if I type in here, it will flow into the next text box. Right, so let's add some columns here. So again, we go right click, we go into text frame options. Let's say we want 3 columns here. No, just 2. Okay, now right click and fill with placeholder text again. Where the heck is it? Now go into text, I think. Fill with placeholder text. Am I missing it? Am I just not seeing it? Anyway, you'll figure it out. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Okay. Actually, what the heck? Where is it? Give me a second. Fill with placeholder text right here. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So now let's say we want to add in a little box up here for our abstract. So we can go into this rectangle tool, or M, and we're just going to bring up the guides again by clicking W. So you just drag out a rectangle, and here we can change the fill and the stroke of the rectangle. So right now it's a black box, but let's say we wanted to fill it with black. So you just click the rectangle, and you can just switch them. You can also change the fill of the rectangle. Let's say we want to change it to be the color of our color palette. So I can just file, place, or just Command D right now, and place our final color palette inside. You can also just copy paste it into the document. All right. And let's say we want it to be green. So I can take this eyedropper tool, or eye, and just click green. There we go, now it's green. You also have the option of, I also recommend that you save each of these colors into your swatch this panel so that it's easily accessible. So all you have to do is just click this little plus buttons and you swatch, and now you'll be able to see it. You can do the same for this color right here, and then it's pink. Great. And you can change it to be green like this. Awesome, great. So now we can just copy paste, make this text probably white. Let's make this text white, make it smaller, and now here is our title for the abstract. Yay, great. Okay, let's delete this. All right, so now let's talk about text wrapping. So let's say I want to text wrap this image of Shrek. So I'm just gonna put Shrek over here. Okay, but Shrek is like currently, Shrek is currently sitting on top of the text and we don't want that, so we can right click Shrek. Nope, we go into Window, go into Text Wrap. So with Shrek selected, we can, oops, let's just get that out of there. Yeah, with Shrek selected, we can go into Wrap Around Object Shape. Shrek is like a PNG that has a transparent background, but right now the text wrap is wrapping around the bounding box. So what we want to do is we want to go into Detect Edges, and if I zoom in here, you'll be able to see that it automatically detected the edges on Shrek, but it's not exactly perfect, so you can go in and edit that with the direct selection tool. So what you do is just click these tiny little points and it will move the text out of the way. It's a little tedious. You know what, that's good enough for right now. But you get the idea. You can also change these little nodes over here for the shape. Yeah. For example, if you want this little point over here to be rounded, you can go into the pen tool. So usually it looks like that. So the pen tool, you can click this Convert Direction Point tool and just click and drag on the vertice that's hard and it will change it into a soft rounded one. Now you can just edit it like this and just shape it however you'd like to. Great, now Shrek exists in the text. Okay, great. Okay, you can also change the shape of the text boxes themselves by doing the same thing. So you can add an anchor point tool onto the edges of the text box, so it just adds more points that you can manipulate. Cool. And you can do the same thing, go to Convert Direction Point tool, and you can change the hardness of the edges. Cool. Okay, and then you can just move them around. You can change the nodes, play around with it. But yeah, that's essentially it. We can go back here. So what you probably want to do when you're editing this document, so this template over here, you probably want to so when you hold on. So let's say no. I have the profile. Okay, so you don't want to just click into the preview. You want to either click into the Google Doc, like Google Doc if it's available. If it's like a preview that's available of the Word document, you have to download the Word document to be able to copy it properly, to copy the text properly. So you probably just want to copy this text and then just copy it and then paste it into the template and it should be totally fine. Yeah, and you'll likely have to change some of these errors here and make these references superscripted. But other than that, it's not a lot of work. You just need to play around with these boxes to make everything fit. But yeah, I hope that's been helpful. It's like 4 a.m. I'm gonna go to sleep. Take care, guys. and let me know if you have any questions.